was very tired after I come back from Europe. Going to Europe was like, that was a big eye-opener for me because I'd never been overseas before. So it was nuts. Like I went to England, they spoke English, but then I went to Germany and like, in a lot of the like, the main cities, they speak English. But when you're in like the little outback places, when you're going to venue and stuff, that's when you really feel like you're in another country. And everything is pork there. They got pork, everything. And like, I don't really mess with pork. I'm not a Muslim or anything, you know what I mean, like, or a Jewish for some reason. But but yeah, I don't mess with pork. And like I ordered a schnitzel and I expected chicken and I got pork and that pissed me off. And but yeah, to have my foot in the door, in a sense, I'd always been hanging around the front of the house, so it was only natural they let me in at some point. They liked it because it was a bit harder, and they liked a bit more of the gangster shit in Germany. And when I was in London, they were like, bruv, we didn't know you spat like that out there. And I was like, yeah, fucking right. Out. Pretty much. I ate well. No, it was from the EP to the LP, there was a definite, you know, progression in my music, and that was my plan. It was like the EP was like, look, here's the idea that I've got, and the LP was going to be like, you know, here it is. Here's what I was telling you all about before, and yeah, like, and for the next record is going to be different again. You know what I mean? Because you can't keep making the same shit; it gets boring. In every aspect, it's like I've got a handful of people that I always check with before I do anything, and Suffer's the main one, and like Suffer will tell me if something's a bad idea, and I might listen. But I've got a handful of people, like between Suffer, JT, who's my DJ and producer, and 7-6, who engineered the EP and some of my other tracks. These are the guys that I've talked to on a regular basis, and not just because I respect their opinions and their ideas, but because they're my mates, and I don't like to talk to people who aren't my mates. Except you, hey, you're alright.
Oh, thanks, dude.
Like, locally is my label mates, Woods, Funkers, Vance, also Draft, and a few other dudes. Like, I like a lot of Elephant Track stuff. Earthboy's real cool. But internationally, I like the Clips. I like Snoop Dogg. I like Biggie and Rick Ross, and I like Big Pun, and I like Big Al, and I like some other big guys, as big as they can be big. Signing to the label wasn't necessarily an idea of like, this is the best opportunity for me to get my music out and so forth. But that wasn't my foremost idea, because as a matter of fact, it is the best opportunity to get my music out. But I work with my mates. Like, I could work in a shitty factory with those guys and it would still be fun. It's the same with people who I have on my records, be it producers or other MCs. I don't like to work with people who I don't know, and I work with my mates because I do this shit for fun, and if it's not fun, I don't like doing things. I'm back in the studio. I'm going to be working on the next record, and other little things and whatnots about. But yeah, I'm just going to head back to the studio, annoy Trials, annoy Suffer, and break JT's balls, and get some new tracks happening.
You half retard, say your piece like no